Hello, SLAPAFISH community. Welcome back to another World Tank Field. So in this video, I'm going to be driving the PanserJager, a Tier 8 American tank destroyer. So also, let's talk about a little bit about this tank real quick. So the NM-116, well, the PanserJager has an amazing DPM. It only has 280 alpha, but it has an amazing DPM at 2,509. Its DPM, if the way I have it loaded out, is 3,363. Combined with that, with the rate of fire penetration this has, it can do very, very dangerous things. Here's the Tiger 2, for instance, which is a Tier 8 heavy tank, a Tier 8 German heavy tank with about 1,700 hit points. And yeah, this clip right here takes me about 30 seconds to take out the Tiger 2. This Tiger 2 stood no chance. And yes, I am spotting that Tiger 2, and he's dead. Tiger 2 lasted about 30 seconds. And that's what you could do with the PanserJager, with its exceptional penetration at 262 and on its standard, and 340 on its premium. I mean, yeah, 340? 320. Now, that standard penetration at 262 is, like, that's most penetrations, that's most Tier 8 premium rounds, is not even 262. Like, that's insane. But it's not the highest in Tier 8. There's some other TDs that do that, but they don't really have the penetration that compares. Their penetration is usually high for their premium round, but low for their standard round, or it's high for their premium round, or it's low for their standard. Not both for your standard and premium for the tier. So that makes this a very dangerous combo. With the DPM of this tank and the penetration of this tank, it's a very dangerous combo. Combine that with the amazing concealment and your lackluster view range, which you can boost up really nicely, and this tank starts to rip apart and just hide like no other tank can. And its superior mobility of 61 kilometers. It's not the fastest TD in Tier 8, but it's one of the fastest. It's one of them. It's not the fastest, but it is one of them. Most of the other ones, they're going 60, 61, 70 kilometers for a Tier 8 TD. At Tier 8 does not have a turret. You do. They don't have the gun that you have that can easily just rip apart. You can reposition very, very quickly and very nicely and just stay hidden. Now, let's go over the equipment and crew skills I have on this tank. So if you're wondering, so I am running the advanced concealment, advanced optics, and the advanced loader, enhanced target info. Now, my crew skills is born leader, rapid loading, situational awareness, multiple shot, solid driving, green thumb, sixth sense, camouflage expertise, and steady aim. Now, I'm only running the accuracy perk, steady aim, combined with rations to get me my accuracy, because the accuracy on this tank is already pretty good at 0.34, but the aim time is kind of lackluster at 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds is not that bad. The only time the accuracy and the aim time really, really annoys you is like driving into position and first aiming in. But right after you like aim in and fire your shot off, the aim circle is very tiny. And you stay completely zoomed in. So, what else do I want to talk about the PanserJager? Yes, this is a Chaffee with a 90mm gun. Now, something about this is that I see a lot of recommendations that you should play this as a light tank. Like a light tank. No, stop it. So, there's several reasons I say don't do that. And just play like a passive tank destroyers. One, your moving concealment really does suck. Now, I'm running solid driving, and combined with every concealment perk I have, And if you watch me move, and watch my concealment circle on the mini-map, right now it's small when I'm sitting still, but I just barely move. That thing, it spans like 2 squares. 2 or 3 squares, and it's insane. Like, even with silent draping, my detectability while sitting still is 212. My moving detectability is 242 meters. That's with silent driving. That's with silent driving. That's insane. And silent driving reduces your moving concealment by 50%. Is it 50 or 55%? It's one of the two. But either way, that's still insane. Don't play it as a light tank. No. Also, yes, you have 10 degrees of gun depression, but the 10 degrees of gun depression is only over the front. Now, the rear, you don't get any gun depression because there's like little boxes behind there that does not allow you to depress the gun behind your tank when you're looking backwards. Now, right now I'm telling the 65T to actually fall back because he's getting he's calling for help, and I'm trying to offer him help, but he won't allow the enemy force to push up because he's like, right there, I need help. But he won't allow them to push up so I can get shots, or his medium friend to get shots, which is kind of weird. But I am finding shots on these tanks by using bush mechanics and using the amazing concealment on this tank. Now I'm just going to start loading premium against the Smoushin and other tanks. The premium is heat, which is they are fast traveling heat at 960 meters per second. But it's heat. It'll get absorbed in like space armor, tracks and stuff, and that's how my first shot on the Panther didn't actually do anything. But 320 millimeters of penetration is more than enough to go through the mouse shot. Or Type 4s or Type 5s. Like, this tank, when it gets in the position and stays and uses its concealment, and it just uses its concealment and just uses its gun, this tank is very, very, very devastating. But remember how I said don't play this as a light tank? Yeah, definitely don't play it as a light tank. But when you're in these positions where the game has gone on pretty long and there's only like 5 of each tank, 5 of each team on the game, like right now it's 5v4, now 5v3. This is the perfect time to use your mobility. Perfect time to use your mobility, use that gun, get up close, because now you saved up your 1,100 hit points to do so. So, yeah. Also, I just officially broke the 5,000 damage mark, and I think that was a 2-mark patch at 155 artillery, which I'm kind of jealous of. Now, there's 2 tanks left. They're both one-shots. They're fighting a Chiri and the town. I'm definitely not going to get a shot on this light tank, but I am going to give you a little bit spoiler, I guess. See, there's an HMH M51 Super Sherman. Activated rations and blind fired, and I actually killed the Super Sherman, which is actually kind of cool and really nice that I actually did. Now, this tank's amazing. If you like, the best tank I compare this to is the Charioteer. Charioteer is like one of the best tier 8 TDs because of the gun, its concealment, its mobility, and able to have a turret, and this just plays precisely like a Charioteer. Anyway, that's it for this video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember, SLAPAFISH because we're watching that, and peace. I'll see ya.